You're the ultimate teacher for your kid's religion. I don't care if you're knowledgeable or not, you know Arabic or not, you're a scholar or not. The biggest sheikh your child has for Islam is you. No, you cannot outsource that job. No YouTube video can outsource that job. No imam can outsource that job. No Islamic school, no Sunday school. Nobody else can do that job. You are carrying 99% of that responsibility. 1% these institutions can help. 1%. Everything else is coming from you. You're the ultimate influencer on your child's personality. You have to decide what that means and what steps you as a father, the men that are sitting in front of me, you as a father and you as mothers that are in the section, you have to decide what steps you have to take to prepare your child for making their own choices. And everything you're doing in that relationship, is it preparing them for that? In our head, we said if we build schools, if we build bigger centers, if we get, fancy, well-spoken imams, the problem of the youth will be solved. No, the problem of the youth, you can get support from those things. The institutions will support. The institutions will further. The imams and the scholars and the leaders and the youth directors will help. But the real transformation happens at home. The real thing happens at home, and it happens in the early years. It happens in the early, when we say, oh, we need to do something for the youth, usually we're talking about teenagers. Or usually we're talking about 12, 13, 14-year-olds. And we're like, oh, the little kids, they're too little. No, they're developing, they're absorbing your personality. They're absorbing your priorities. They're absorbing your behaviors. They're absorbing your treatment towards them. They're sponges, they're taking it all in. And it's not going to come out when they're 8 years old. It's going to come out when they're 13, 14, 15, 16, the most difficult years of their life, the most emotionally turbulent years of their life. And so we have to prepare ourselves as parents, as adults, to actually understand what's going on in our children's minds in silence, if we really have the goal of getting them ready for what's coming in the world. The example I often give is when a parent is really into football. Their 6-year-old gets into football. Their 4-year-old gets into football. If a parent is really into video games, their 2-year-old is sitting and going, yeah, and playing video games with them. What you are passionate about, your children become passionate about. What makes them love you and remember you are things when you validate them, when you hug them, when you say, I'm proud of you, when you encourage them. But the things they hate about you is when you yell at them, and when the same thing you hated about your dad. It's not any different. You loved when he told you he's proud of you. You loved when he came over to you and hugged you. You loved certain experiences with him, but when he was yelling at you, hey, leave your sister alone. Come here. What are you doing? Don't make me come there. Listen to your mother. You don't like that part of your dad. Nobody likes that part of their dad. That's a necessary part of being a dad sometimes. But what I'm saying is, are we giving our kids the experiences that build? The first connection they have is to us. And if that connection is strong, then we have a chance to give them a strong connection to Allah. We have that chance to give that to them because we are their ultimate influencer. If our bond with them is weak, then we are setting the stage for their bond with Allah to be weak. You cannot yell your kids into being a good Muslim. You cannot yell, pray, 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 and they're going to become, they're going to love the prayer. They're only praying, even, you're supposed to make niyyah before you pray, and jokingly, they'll just make a niyyah, I'm praying 4 rak'ah for Dhuhr because my mother made me, Allahu Akbar. Right? The niyyah is not for Allah, the niyyah is your mom won't stop yelling at you, that's what you're praying. And the moment you're in college, or the moment you're among friends, there's no mom there, so there's no need to pray. Ada'u salata. We have to recognize that Allah has given us this opportunity to raise and nurture our children, to nurture them. And you cannot nurture them if you're not understanding what is going on inside them. What is it that they need? What is it that they need to hear? What is it that they're going through, that they're scared to tell you? That they think you'll get angry if they tell you. If you cannot have those conversations with your kids, then they're definitely going to have those conversations with somebody else. Human beings have to talk to